Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the channel. Today's video I got you guys is some tips and tricks on how to level up fast here in Black Ops 7. I'm gonna give you my tips on how to level up fast, how to max out any gun in under 30 minutes, and how to complete challenges fast and easy without wasting no time. So if any of this actually does help you all, always remember to do is clicking that like button. It helps out the video and helps out the channel, and also comment down below some things that you actually didn't know about Call of Duty that you learned from this video. The first thing I want to start out with is your custom loadouts, because a lot of people actually don't know what is the best and efficient way to try to maximize the XP every single game that you're going to be earning if you're not going to be using the right setups. So of course, like, your primary doesn't matter, your secondary should always got to be a launcher, your field upgrades should be some items that I'm going to recommend you guys in a couple minutes, your tactical should be a couple things, and the main important thing about this loadouts you should be worrying about is the perk system. Now for the primary slots, you can actually use whatever you actually want to use, so it doesn't matter if it's the assault rifles, the SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, snipers. It doesn't really don't matter, because the main thing we're going to be talking about is the camo system here in the game. Now if you're not like a camo grinder yourself, that's perfectly fine, but I advise you guys to actually try to do it, because you're missing out on a lot of XP here in the game if you're not going to be doing your camos and going to be using other different weapons to try to maximize the weapon prestige in them and to try to reach the prestige legend, which of course is level 250 for every individual weapon. There are 9 military challenges for the multiplayer, 9 military challenges for the zombies, and 9 for the co-op campaign. You have 3 specials for each individual category, and of course for the main important thing we're going to be talking about is the mastery camo. So if you're just like me playing multiplayer, you're missing out on the shadow gold camo if you care about it, the arc light, the tempest, and of course the singularity, which is the final camo, and vice versa for the zombies and of course the co-op campaign with Genesis and of course infestation. For the shadow gold XP, you're probably missing out on, it's like 1,000 XP every single time you're not doing it. The arc light camo, I believe it's like 2,500. Tempest is like 5,000 XP, and of course when you unlock singularity, it's over 10,000 XP. That's actually just pretty good and efficient for your career level. Now for the secondary, the reason why I say you should be running is a launcher is because you want to make sure that you're shooting down the enemy streaks, because every time they put it up, it's like a UAV, a counter, or maybe it's like an attack chopper. You always want to make sure you shoot that down, because you're earning XP while using your launcher. That's ranking up. And of course you're earning your career level by shooting down the streaks, which of course giving you medals for every single time. Now for the field upgrade, there are a couple items that you can be using for this to try to maximize on the XP. So of course, like, you have is your assault pack for every time you turn on your ammo box. If your teammates picking up, that's giving you XP. Of course with the overclock system, if you have one, it's the lucky ammo, which of course additional scores on kills. A lot of people are missing out on this XP as well right here, so make sure you always have on is lucky ammo for the overclock. Anything else really doesn't matter, not the drone pods. The trophy system is really good, especially if you're going to be playing like game modes like domination, hard points. Those are the best modes to try to use the trophy system on, especially for like the flag for domination. For the squad links, I feel like the squad link is the most OP slash best way to try to rank up fast, because this is the best thing a lot of people are using, and especially for everybody that's like prestige master, 10 prestige, 9 prestige already in the game, and it hasn't even been a week since the game been out. And if you don't know what the squad link is, every single time you put this device down, if any of your teammates are in the circle rank of the squad link, it actually gives you XP and it gives your teammates XP, so you're both helping each other out while playing this down. This is the best efficient way. Now, of course, with the overclock system on this, if you actually maximize it out on level 3, you as you can see, it's the command relay. Double the score you earn from your squad link. That's like the best overclock system for this. And a lot of people are missing out on this because they're not using the squad link. So always make sure that you're running is the squad link for your field upgrade. The second best thing I at least could tell you guys is going to be is the scrambler. The scrambler is another good thing, but the con about this one is the enemy has to be in the range of the scrambler instead of the squad link, where your teammates the only thing have to be inside of it. These are like the pros and the cons when trying to use both of them, because these are like the most efficient XP way that a lot of people are using. In my opinion, I feel like the scrambler is the second best compared to the squad link, is the best one that everybody needs to be using. And with the overclock of the scrambler, if you're not going to be using it's like the motion sensor, which in my opinion I feel like it's the best overclock for this one. It actually reveals your enemies once they step inside your scrambler, so of course if your teammate gets a kill, you are also earning XP every time the teammate gets a kill inside the scrambler, and of course when the enemies are revealed inside of it as well. But the tacticals, there are only 2 tacticals here in the game that you actually should be running. So of course if you have the pinpoint grenades unlocked, always make sure that you're going to be using this, because every single time you throw this down, there's like a nice little vision pulse where if the enemies are technically stepping inside of it, and if it sticks to them, that's also giving you XP. If you kill the person or if a teammate kills them, that's giving you additional XP, but you're getting more XP if you're the one that actually gets the pinpoint grenade, stick the two, and kill them with it. That's a lot of people are missing out on. Now, if you're going to be using is the decoy grenades, if you throw it over to an enemy's way, if it actually like gets their attention, you're also getting is your decoy assist, plus getting kills on it because their enemies are affected by this. Now we're going to be talking about the perk system. So for the perk 1 slot, you want to make sure you're going to be using is Gearhead, which of course actually charges 2 field upgrades instead of 1, which of course helps you charge faster. So if you're going to be using, of course, like I said again, like ammo box, squad link, scrambler, whatever of your field upgrade you're going to be using, you will be using 2 of them instead of 1 if you actually let both of them charge fast. So for the perk 2 slot, you want to make sure you're going to be using is the assassin perk, which of course it actually helps you out for any time you're going to be killing an enemy off of like a high streak, as he doubles your score in the game. By far, I think one of the best second perks you should be using as of right now. Now, for the third perk, you want to make sure you're going to be using is bankroll, and if you're going to be using is the perk greed for the wild card, you want to make sure you're going to be using, of course, is looper. Which, if you're going to be using looper, you're going to make sure you want to try to get all your kill streaks fast and easy, and I'm going to explain the kill streaks here as of right now. Now we're going to get right into the score streaks, and a lot of people actually don't know what is the best score streaks you should be running here every single time. So of course these are the streaks that I would recommend. It's going to be scout pulse, your UAV, your counter UAVs, and then of course the last importantly is going to be is the harp. Now, with all of them, they have is the overclock system feature on them, which you should be running, of course, is dispatcher, which actually lowers the cost of the score streak. So, of course, like your harp is like 1400, which of course will lower it to 1300. With the counter UAV, it's the same thing, which from 600 to 500, and the UAV from 400. And of course, the most importantly, easy one to get is going to be is the dispatcher on the scout pulse, which if you're going to be using bankroll, you start out with 150 points every single time. With just one simple kill, you get your scout pulse every single time after your first kill. Now we're going to be talking about the best game modes you should be trying to play if you want to try to maximize the XP every single game. So if you want to earn between either 40 to 30 to sometimes even almost 50,000 XP a game if you're completing certain challenges, these are going to be the best game modes with double XP active, of course. So we have is domination, we have hardpoint, and we have kill confirm. Every single kill confirm tag you're going to be collecting actually earns you 150 points. With the hardpoint game mode, every single time you're going to be capturing a hill, if you're sitting on a hill, it reduces the time by just stopping it to just reach the score limit for every single time, which I believe is like 250 each game, which the max time it says is 5 minutes, but it could sometimes last between like 10 to 15 if you're going to be sitting on the objective. The domination game mode, the score limit is 200. There's no time limit, so literally if you are not capturing B and if you only have this A to C flag, the game can last longer without capturing the B flag, and it doesn't stop the game at all. It only stops if the game reaches 200 as well. Then of course, if you don't want to play any of the other maps here in the game, of course Nuketown 24/7 is live right now. So if you want to play Nuketown 24/7, want to just try to play that map and play those game modes, Nuketown has all the game modes in there for you. And the same thing comes over here with the hardcore players. So of course we have hardcore domination, hardpoint, kill confirm, and of course Nuketown 24/7, which the same thing as applies to the same thing for the core playlist, but of course you're just having no HUD. Everything's basically one shot, same thing. Now the main thing a lot of people would ask, what would you rather play? Is either core or hardcore? I would actually mostly stick to is hardcore, because you're actually getting is one shot medals every single time you're going to be using any weapon. Every time you get a one shot kill, it's a one shot medal. Every time you get, like, let's just say between like 50 to almost 60 to sometimes even 90 kills in a hardcore mode, that's one shot medals every single time that you're going to be getting while completing either the camo challenges or even giving your weapon XP every single time. And most of the time without dub XP, you sometimes will earn between is maybe it's like 30 to 25,000 XP a game. With the dub XP active, you might earn between is over 40 to almost 50,000 XP every single time. Now that we talked about is our loadouts and the game modes you should be playing, you should always try to make sure you're doing is your challenges as well, especially for the calling cards, because if you're going to be prestiging here in the game, you always want to make sure you're trying to at least do is your career challenges, your hardest challenges, and your prestige challenges. And of course, if you're doing the dark ops challenges, there are a lot of dark ops challenges here in the game. For every single time you're going to be completing, your earnings between it's like 5,000 XP for each individual one. So of course I got his frenzy killer, mega killer. I'm not going to explain all of these, but just to let you guys know, you're earning like 5,000 XP every single time you're going to be completing each individual dark ops calling cards if you actually don't have these unlocked. Then you can see if you complete all of the challenges for each individually one, you will actually earn between 25,000 XP. And the grind doesn't stop there, because you have mastery badges for each individual one. So of course you have one for multiplayer and for zombies, and if you complete all of them, you earn this over 25,000. But if you complete one category, you earn is 10,000 XP every single time. So of course with Dope XP active, you earn is 20,000, and with the completing all of the mastery badges for each mode is almost 50,000 XP. And that is all my tips and tricks to give you guys here in today's video on how to rank up fast. So if you guys actually can, all that you guys to do is just click on that like button. It helps out the video and it helps out the channel. And comment down below something that you actually did in any of your gameplay that you actually learned from this video. And I hope you guys do enjoy the rest of your day.